Okay, so you have an assignment this week, understanding socialization and development. And what you're going to do for this assignment is watch these three videos right here. That's how you're going to start. They're all about socialization. And then after watching the videos, respond thoughtfully to the prompts below in short written reflections, about 250 to 300 words, excluding the questions. So that's 250 to 300 total, not a piece. The questions themselves will not count in your word count. You can copy and paste them, but they're not going to count in your word count. Be sure to use at least one concept from each of the textbook chapters, that's chapter 1 and 2, across your responses. So somewhere in these four questions, you need to reference something you learned from chapter 1, and somewhere in one of these four responses, you're going to reference something you learned from chapter 2. You can do more than those, but you have to have something from chapter 1 and something from chapter 2. You can say in chapter 1, I'm blanking on the author of this particular textbook, but the author's last name states, and then a quote from that, and then you would give a page number. And then at the end, you'd give a full citation, which I believe I've given you a full citation in the first module. If I haven't, I've shown you how to create one on your own, but I think I've given you a full citation for our textbook. So somewhere in these four answers, you're going to reference chapter 1, somewhere you're going to reference chapter 2. For each of the four questions, you're going to say something about one of the videos. So in number 1, you might reference the second video. In number 2, you might reference the third video. Don't say the second video and the third video. Call it by name. Say, in the video, understanding social interaction, viewers learn that, and something you learn from it that supports what you're saying. So every response, 1 through 4, needs to say something about one of the videos, and somewhere across 1 through 4, reference chapter 1, reference chapter 2. I know I'm saying the same thing over and over, but I really want to get it through and try to make it clear. So that's it. Use complete sentences, be thorough. This is about what you learn from the videos and make it personal. Most of you are already working, you have experiences in childcare in some form, because that's part of your field experiences, and this isn't your first class. So you have experiences working with children. Make this personal. Tie it to what you've learned through work, tie it to what you're learning through classes. Make it about you. Okay? All right, thanks. I hope this helped.